sure how the audio is going to be today. You were looking over there. Look, you need to be looking over here.
I bet if you ever watch a live back, my eyes are all over.
Be careful.
They are. They're flitting around and all sorts. Because I feel silly always looking at that.
That's where you've got to look.
Wow.
Sunday evening. Hello, everybody. We're currently talking to absolutely nobody.
Yeah, which is normal.
Here we go. Tonight we are, well, we're cooking Rocky Road. Hi, Max. Can you hear the audio? Is the audio okay, Max? Good evening. Hi, Michael.
Hi, Michael.
Nice to see you. Yes. Right, so the audio's okay as well, yeah.
And we're no longer talking to ourselves?
We're no longer talking to ourselves. We are talking to somebody, which is good. The audio is fine, which is even better. We want a bit of a different setup tonight because we're going to try and cook Rocky Road. Although I'm not quite sure how it's going to go to demonstrate it to you. We're going to have to move the camera about. So, yeah, bear with us. It's going to be a Rocky Road this tonight. Hi, City Flyer. Good to see you. Hope you've had a good week. You and Michael as well. Hopefully you've both done okay. We've been, in fact, yeah, there is a closet to open and speak about. Uploads this week have been rubbish. We did say in November.
I did, the video I recorded yesterday that hasn't gone up yet, I did apologise.
Did you? Ah, okay.
But it's not uploaded yet, has it?
I haven't had time to edit it yet. Look
I
at that.
I did
weird
record one. Oh, right.
On the camera there, look, where it's reflected on something. Yeah, we did say November we'd be uploading less.
But we didn't mean this less.
There was a comment about its quality, not quantity. November, we are going to be
busy. Really
busy. December, hopefully, we'll have some more uploads. We're going to try and do Vlogmas.
We need to get our act together and get a bit more organised, don't we?
But after next week, hi Ben. After next week we've got a busy week and we should have some important updates for you. Maybe right at the end of the week. But anyway,
stay tuned.
I think we've have we done that one? Yeah, we've heard that one, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. So tonight we're trying to cook. During this live, go on Lisa, you talk about this one.
I'm making Rocky Road because I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble for not making it sooner. It's been highly requested for a long time, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And I'm in trouble again because I should have made it this afternoon and I haven't. I've waited to make it tonight, so I'm in trouble twice.
But we're even short on time today, so it's like, right, I can't film it, so we'll have to combine it and roll it into one with a live. We'll try and do our best for you, and sometimes that's all you can do. That's all you can do. Yeah, but we are going to have a busy week next week. This week's been a busy week. I've been helping a friend out, so I've been doing some drone flying and gimbal shots, playing with all the toys and gadgets this week. Lisa, talk us through these ingredients, and over to you. Over to Lisa in the studio.
Right, so we are making just a traditional Rocky Road, I suppose. So we've got some cherries.
Yeah, can we hold them up? Yeah, let's try and see what we can do. So we've got
some glacé cherries.
There you go. Is it glacé or glazé?
Glacé. Some butter.
How much butter?
Oh, 115 grams of butter.
Yeah, we didn't say that's
100 grams of cherries.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because somebody might want to make it. We have got 1.5 tablespoons of golden sugar. In here, I've got 1 tablespoon of brown sugar and 1 tablespoon of cocoa.
Is that the Demerara sugar?
Yeah.
Demerara cane sugar.
Oh, I was tight on washing up. Then we've got 60 grams of marshmallows and 200 grams, if they don't all fall out, of broken biscuits.
Now, what type of biscuits are they?
They're nice biscuits.
Nice or nice?
Nice. However you choose to pronounce them.
Which one is it? Okay.
Depends where you come from.
What about the chocolate? You've not mentioned the chocolate.
Oh, yeah, and then we've got 150 gram bar of cooking chocolate that we're going to melt to put all over the top.
What's the modus operandi with all of this lot then?
We need to melt the butter.
Yeah.
the golden syrup, the sugar and the cocoa in a pan together. That's what we're doing first.
The butter, the golden syrup,
the sugar and the cocoa powder.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when that's melted, we're whacking in the rest. The cherries, the biscuits and the marshmallows.
Right. So do you want me to try and organise this camera to move it around and have a look at the hob? Now look at that, according to that, there's nobody watching. That's it, we've
killed it.
It's a cut there, isn't it? Right,
we've done a grand job tonight.
Get that pan on, and we'll get some ingredients into that pan. Try and bring you round for the experience.
I can't even operate this thing. How do we operate this?
Right.
Oh, I've done it.
You haven't, you've powered it off. No, press the power button on the right.
There.
Yeah, that's it. Right, now press that lock symbol. Press and hold. Let go. There you go. Now you switched it off again. We know what we're doing.
Oh yeah.
That's it. Right, get them ingredients in.
So we get our butter in.
Yeah. That's the butter.
Start that melting first, otherwise the syrup and whatever else just burns otherwise.
Yeah.
And the sugar. There was a comment at the bottom then.
I'm here, don't worry. You're still here, are you, Max?
No, it's just 3 people's working.
Does it?
Oh. Now I'm spilling tea all down me. Don't trust me to do your cooking tonight.
There we go. Back on us, look, while we're...
No, it's all spilling tea all down.
Back on us while that butter's melted. And that's unsalted butter, isn't it?
Yeah, this one is, yeah.
I've ended up with salted butter that we had for cooking, didn't we? And it's
the gingerbread man.
It's going on the toast. It's going down the treat, that is.
Nothing worse than butter.
Now, while we've got a topic to talk about, here's a topic I've got to air. This morning, I was watching a bit of YouTube, as you do.
You're still on that soapbox?
I'm still on that soapbox. And an advert came up. I can't remember the name it was, but it said something along the lines of, "Hi, I'm Emma. I'm your AI girlfriend. This is the new way for dating and all this lot." And it was some kind of service that they're trying to get you to sign up for to have an AI girlfriend. And that is absolutely madness all the way. I'm in the way again.
You're in the way.
Because why on earth would you be getting yourself an AI girlfriend when you can just go out and get a real girlfriend? And it's like, no, put your phones down, get outside in the real world. This is,
talk to somebody.
Shane says, get yourself out in the real world, get that phone put down, forget the AI bot girlfriend. I just can't believe
it's crazy, isn't it?
2024, what is life becoming? Come on, let me know down in the comments who would be interested in an AI bot girlfriend.
Even the kids thought it was stupid, didn't they?
Oh dear me, I've never known anything like it. An AI bot girlfriend.
Up,
well, yeah, but you don't need to make it up because it's really happening.
It's real. Yeah.
It's really happening. And I just think this whole idea of everybody staying at home and becoming almost their home is becoming their prison, staying inside without interacting with anybody else, that you've even got an AI bot girlfriend on your phone. What's going on?
But then who are you really interacting with?
Well, it's an AI bot, isn't it? Either that, unless you think it's a girlfriend and it's Dave round the corner. Isn't it? Having a laugh. But, I don't know, get out, support the local businesses, get speaking to people, go to the pub, go to a cafe, go to something. Don't sit at home with an AI bot girlfriend.
It's crazy,
because
isn't it?
I did have a go with AI image generation because I wanted some thumbnails, and I did do some. It was probably about half a year ago, I think there was a picture with somebody that I typed in. I said I wanted apple crumble on somebody's head, and some of the images that it was generating, there was like what it was generating an image as a human being with 3 arms, and it's like it didn't get it. I saw another one where it said they wanted somebody bringing a silver platter out, and they brought it out, but instead of the top, the face looked really good, the top of the body looked really good, but then there was this silver platter with this food on, but it was being held by 2 feet, and it's like,
that makes no sense, does it?
Allegedly AI is here to save us.
Taking over the world.
It's taken over the world, but there we go. We've got silver platters being held by feet, and Emma, the AI bot girlfriend, who's...
Then is everybody's AI girlfriend going to be called Emma?
Well, I don't know. You probably choose your name or whatever, can't you? But ultimately, at the end of the day, it's going to near enough be saying the same thing, isn't it? Whatever model it's learning from.
Just like if you type something into ChatGPT.
Yeah.
If I type in the same thing as you, it should spit out the same answer, shouldn't it?
Well, along those lines, but AI bot girlfriends, Shane says no, and get out in the real world and start speaking to people. And I think the times have changed and it's almost become normalised. Of Lisa's gone, lot. So that's the AI girlfriends off. And we've joked, haven't we, about AI and stuff like that, and some of the mistakes we make on camera, and it's like, yeah, definitely not AI.
Yeah.
AI or a bot.
Couldn't make them up.
Although we did see a pigeon today, didn't we, that I think was a glitch in the Matrix.
Malfunctioning.
It was like, it was doing this. And it was something I've never seen before, to be quite honest. I'm not sure what was going on.
It was malfunctioning, that's what it was doing.
It was doing something. But yeah, I don't know, I'm not sure why you would want... Would you want an AI boyfriend?
No. You're not going to get an intelligent conversation, are you, with one of them?
I can't see it myself, to be quite honest. It's only going to tell you what it thinks you want to hear. Because the trouble is, if you imagine it, you've got angry. Imagine having an argument with an AI bot girlfriend.
You're just going to turn off, innit?
Do you see what I mean? When you're there, when you type in, I'm not going to say the actual words, but if you type an obscenity, something off, and then it's going to reply back, isn't it? And how shall I something off? Do you know what I mean? I don't know. It's absolute craziness, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, hold on. Do we need this on camera, Lisa?
I don't know, because I don't know what this thingy Bobby's doing.
When you take the pan off, it beeps at you. But you've got it on 8, look. You probably want to turn that down because it's on nuclear hot.
I want it on nothing because I'm going to pour all my dry ingredients in now.
Anyway, I think that's enough about AI bot girlfriends. How has everybody's week been? Has it been as busy as us, or have you had a chilled out week?
Let's turn that off.
Yeah, right, we're getting the cherries in, lot. Let's get this on camera.
So we've melted the butter, the golden syrup, the cocoa powder and the brown sugar. So now we're going to add in the cherries.
It's a bit dark, so we're struggling for lighting, aren't we, today, with this setup that we've got. Probably need to get the computer on, really, don't we?
Then we're going to do the marshmallows.
Oh, that's a good bit of contrast, look.
And the broken biscuits. You can use any biscuits for these. You can use digestives or whatever you want.
That rich tea or something like that.
Yeah. These biscuits were the cheapest. That's why I used them. 49p.
Live chat, I don't know if anybody's been commenting. I don't think they have. No, we haven't got any new comments to respond to. We're a bit light on the old comments. I don't know whether 8 o'clock's a good time or not. Yeah, they might be, mightn't they?
Yeah.
Either that or everybody's in the lead up to these sales at the end of the month, isn't it?
Oh, is that when they all are?
I think it is, yeah. Cyber Monday.
Black Friday.
Get yourself an AI bot girlfriend.
We should be able to place her order and buy everything she wants for her, won't she?
Hey, maybe that's it. You sign up with your credit card and then the AI bot girlfriend just decides what it wants to buy.
Yeah.
But it'd be like a load of virtual stuff, so you're paying out and not even getting anything to show for your money, are you?
No. Right.
So, hold on, let's get that on camera, look.
I'm not so convinced about this time.
Oh, well done.
So this is my hack, look, to stop my greaseproof paper. That's what I went to collect.
We had a glitch there. Some message on the screen. And what's this hack that you're telling us about?
Oh, these bulldog clips to stop the greaseproof paper moving while I put all this.
Oh, wanting to get chocolate on.
Yeah. Then yeah, we're just going to spread it out, and then I'm going to wash this pan, and then we're just going to melt our chocolate.
What, in that pan?
Yeah, but I'm going to put it in a glass bowl.
Ah. And the chocolate's going to go on top?
Yeah. Yeah, I've not made this for ages, have I? But it's been highly requested for a long while.
No, it's not looking too bad, is it?
No. Keep the kids happy, won't it?
For a short period.
Yeah, till it's gone. There we go. Pardon?
The kid.
Yeah. No, maybe 2 kids will eat it. There we go.
That's that then. What's your next?
That. Yeah, now I just need to rinse out the pan and then
Put some on there, hopefully.
Melt some chocolate.
We're back on till the tablet slides off their ledge. There we go. Ooh. Try to catch it.
Grab it quick. There we go.
That's that step one.
Koi. Hello.
Hello, Arsene Koi. Good to see you. Hope you've had a good week. We're trying a bit of cooking in the kitchen on a Sunday. Go on, Lisa. You know you want to. There you go.
Kids, do you want some? Kids will be in a minute. Oh, quick! There's a pan to lick. Quick! There's a pan with chocolate in.
You wouldn't. You see now. You wouldn't get AI doing that, would you?
No.
Your next notar.
It's quite nice, isn't it?
Your next command for the AI: lick the spoon.
Well, let's see your AI girlfriend do that.
Oh dear me. We did say we weren't going to mention about the AI girlfriend anymore, but yeah, it seems to have carried on, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, Lisa said, all right, I've got a challenge for you. Have a cut back. Name one thing you can cut back. I turned round and named for Lisa TV licence. So that's gone.
TV licence has got no more EastEnders.
And then Lisa turned round and said,
fair's fair. What are you cutting back?
YouTube Premium. It's got to
now
go.
What's happened? It sent your AI girlfriend ad.
It's got to go. And do you know, I don't know whether I can manage already, because ad after ad after ad. I think
you need to slum it like us lot and have the ads.
I think we might end up having to get
no.
What's his name? Phil and whatever back. What's the 2 brothers' names on EastEnders?
Phil and Grant.
Phil and Grant might have to come back because the quality of adverts that's been sent my way already.
Is that the trade-off then? If you get your
That's
YouTube
been
Premium,
too much, yeah.
I have to get me EastEnders back.
So give me some support at home and say no.
Well, they might support me for me EastEnders.
No, suffer with the ads.
How much was your YouTube Premium?
Less than TV licence.
Well, do you know how much was it?
I think it was £8 something. There you go. How much was TV licence?
15 quid.
15
It's gone
quid.
up to 15 quid.
For how long?
A month.
A month. 15 quid a
We
month.
haven't even got a telly.
to,
We haven't got a telly.
to pay for those charlatan celebrities.
Telly's on kids' desk.
Who remembers those LDV TV detective ads?
I thought you got YouTube Premium for the channel monetized.
No, you have to pay extra for that. So no, the ads that are coming through already have been rubbish. I think the next ad that came through was some kind of pink doll.
Oh, you said, didn't you?
What was it?
Was it Squishmallow thing?
Squishmallows or whatever. And it's like, whoever's paying for the targeting ads, first of all, I'm not interested in AI girlfriend bots. Second of all, I'm not interested in Squishmallows or whatever. So I dread to think what adverts
That'd
I'm
be
going to see
something I'd
next.
look for our nieces, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Not you.
They've definitely wasted the time with me on that one. That's for sure. I'll give you an update next weekend as to what other adverts that I say if I can last that long.
Or whether it's got YouTube Premium.
If I can last that long, because
I've
honestly,
done all right without TV licence. I've lasted about 2 or 3 weeks now. I'm doing all right.
Hello, Mum.
If he comes back though, I'm going to miss it.
Oh.
Because I'm already about 3 months behind.
Yeah. Anyway.
And if Stacey Solomon sorts your life out, comes back on, you've had it, because that's coming back on.
Life out, don't we?
Not
long before you're eligible for. Yeah. Hey. Do you know?
I'll be all right then.
I'm feeling it more and more as each day passes. I tell you. But the only thing that's keeping me looking young is I still got a good bit of hair growing on top, but you know it's on its way. It's on its way. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, you do. It's strange that talking about age and stuff. Some days you do kind of think, oh, am I feeling the age or not? And then other days you think,
no,
you're only as old as what you think you want to be, if you see what I mean. And it is only a number, but yeah, some days you do think, oh, you know, feeling the age. I got a lift today, not today, this week, when I was helping somebody out. And got in their car and it's like, whoa, that's low. And that's when you do think, when you're getting old, when you get there, and it's like, oh, I just need a help out.
Push out door.
And you've almost launched yourself into the car because it's that low. And we've had cars that have been low before, haven't we? But yeah, I don't know.
It's quite low though, isn't it?
Yeah, you get
used to that though.
You get a bit older, and yeah, I think it's also as well because we're used to the Peugeot is low, but it's small and compact, so you haven't really got much room to unfold in there. Yet this car, you've got the great big seats and lots of leg room and stuff like that, so it feels even lower than low. But yeah, some days I do feel the age, but you have to keep carrying on, don't you?
Well, you don't get a choice with kids.
No.
Yeah, they keep you young, don't they?
Or next week. We're not going to get any peace next week.
No.
Weight loss update. Come on, Lisa.
Oh, just because you're smug today.
Break it to them.
Just because you're smug.
Go on.
I lost 0.6 of a pound.
Hold on, we need a drum roll.
That was quite. Well, I don't even know why I didn't lose more than that because I've not really ate much. Well, I tell you. Shane lost 1.6 pound.
Yeah, 1.6 pound. I was quite happy with that. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
That's not too bad for a week's innings, that.
Not so bad.
It's obviously because I've been busy helping people out, been away from my desk.
Yeah.
Quite a lot.
Yeah, you've been out a lot this week.
Helping people out, but then, well, it's...
But I've been riding my bike to school.
You need to ride quicker, don't you? What do you guys think about farmers blocking ports and causing food shortages? Is this, I know that they do a lot of direct action, I'll call it, in France. Is that France? I haven't seen anything here. I don't watch a lot of news, and I've been out a lot. I've been out a lot this week, yeah. I think, in general, 19th of November here. I haven't even seen that. I wasn't aware that was happening. My thoughts, and this is only my opinion, I think I've reached, I don't know whether it's reached an age or an understanding of things that are going on. The realisation of what you've been told. I mean, one word you could use is indoctrinated. That things are not what you believe they were to be. And the problem is, I don't think it goes in just one area. So you could turn around and say, oh, the realisation of one thing, and you then start to realise it spreads more and more. And there was a documentary, I've still not watched it yet. We can't watch it on the television, but I've got it on YouTube, I think.
Oh, we'll say for YouTube.
which is a Channel 4 documentary about a prestigious family in the United Kingdom that happened to live in a huge, great big house somewhere near the Mall. And they were saying about how much property they own, and they're raking in 50 million a year in property rent.
Yeah, but I read somewhere that it was all mouldy and cold and in disrepair.
Now, there was a clip at the start. I've watched probably the first, I don't know, minute. And these individuals were there and they said, oh, it's been a good year. Thank you all for paying your rent. And everybody was just laughing. And I think the problem is what you mentioned was farmers. But I think nothing is what it seems behind. It is almost like the EastEnders television set. You look there, and to all intents and purposes, it's a real street, and there's real people living there, and the cameras follow these people through into these houses. But the reality is, it's all made up. Behind that frontage of that building, the buildings aren't even brick; they're just plywood with a fake finish on. And how do you tackle any issue that's based by a false frontage? And those watching have seen, I've mentioned before about what the Bank of England said in 2014. They've published a paper that said they don't lend money. I think when you come to that realisation, how do you look beyond any of these events, and how do you make a change to that event? Because I'm not sure how the sound's going to be, because we've got the kettle on as well now. 1,000 apologies. Please bear with us, caller. How do you begin to change something that is a false frontage, and where there's a benefit to people behind it that aren't going to want that change? And I think it's very easy for people that are party to that to put a stop to any change that's being brought about. So, yeah, it's a hard one. If you was to turn around and say, oh, right, we're going to go and do this, then that's not going to have the consequences. How do you motivate enough people to say, no, actually, enough's enough? You know, I think this Channel 4 report said about, out of this £50 million that they were making, a lot of it was from, they labelled it as cash-strapped councils, cash-strapped schools, cash-strapped NHS. And it's like the royal family, 50 million, but they don't pay the taxes we do.
It's not fair, is it?
It's not on, but how do you get anybody to effect any change? And that, whether that's with farmers, whether that's with energy prices, whether that's with bank loans, whether that's with politics. I think the vast majority of people are, well, I suppose it goes back to the AI girlfriend. A lot of people would prefer to sit there at home with an AI girlfriend rather than going out and taking action.
Probably less hassle, isn't it?
Maybe. But that's the thing, when it's less hassle, nobody's going to do anything and everything's going to happen behind the scenes. Yeah. What's your thoughts?
Is it just to raise the food prices again? Because every time you go to the supermarket now, everything's gone up.
Well, you've seen some prices go up recently, haven't you?
Yeah, there's quite a few.
What went up with what? Oh, pies.
Oh, yeah.
We wanted to do a review of the oven, the pucker pie oven versus microwave.
Back a farm and that's down.
I don't think we can back politics and
I think it's hard for the farmers. They're only trying to make a living, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're only trying, aren't they?
But then so is everybody else. And,
Yeah.
I did see something recently where somebody had posted, by the time I've paid my rent, by the time I've paid my energy costs, by the time I've bought food, I haven't got anything else left. I haven't bought any clothes for a year. And I think actually when that's the state that we've become, how can you hoover out any more cash from the economy?
I think people are already squeezed right down to the level, aren't they?
Yeah, and when people say, like for example, Starmer or Boris Johnson or anybody, it's just a name on a title fulfilling a role. Because if you look up, there is a corporation sold the office of the Prime Minister. So actually, that person and the office of the Prime Minister, it's almost, Keir Starmer is a suit.
Puppet.
Puppet. I've got to be careful. The words of puppet might be misinterpreted. But it's almost like Keir Starmer is the hat that goes on the office of the Prime Minister. And when there's election, well, that hat's taken off, and another hat, whoever that may be, is then the new Prime Minister in that role. Back Starmer, I don't know. I don't think you can back any really. I think we're heading for civil.
See, when they get in office, they're all like, "Oh, we're going to do this and we're going to do that. And we're going to change that. Vote for me, and things are going to be better." And it never quite happens, does it?
If you look back at the history that we're aware of, there's only one thing that's happened, and that is the price of everything has gone up and up and up and up and up.
So chocolate bars, the 3 or 4 packs of chocolate bars that I buy, they were 99p for ages. Then they started creeping up, £1.25, then they were £1.50, then they went to £1.65. Then they've suddenly gone back down to £1.50. There was an offer. Now they're £1.75 and £1.85. And it's like, well, then they drop the price, and then when they put them back up,
it goes up more.
It's increased even more. It's ridiculous.
A civil revolt. I don't know. The trouble was, I did say, and this is one of the things that I quoted a fair while ago, and I was wrong about it. I said, "Oh, Apple iPads, yeah, it's a gimmick at that price. They'll not be very popular." How wrong was I? So when sometimes I do say things,
that?
When we was doing repairs, it's like, "Oh yeah, they'll not take off. They're not £1,000 for an iPad. You must be mad." Anyway,
and that's what we're looking at.
That's
an
iPad.
Yours?
So
you want, Max?
How much was yours?
How much was your iPad?
I don't know now. It's an old one. I think that you have to be careful what you say and what you think and what really happens. But
Nothing's quite what it seems.
I don't think there'll ever be enough. I think people are too captured in scrolling phones. My observation now, when you look at the younger population now, I think they're engrossed in phones, and I think that can be used to feed them anything really. And I think, can people ask their own questions? I don't know. And would you be able to get enough people to say, well, actually, no? Because I think it is human nature for people to settle with the ever diminishing and decreasing quality of life that is happening at the moment.
But it's hard to change it though, isn't it? Because everything's so expensive, it is hard. You do think to that people are getting fed up and they've had enough of being skint.
I think they are. I don't disagree. 100% don't disagree with that. I think everybody has had enough without
and
any
there's so
shadow
many
of a
people
doubt.
in the same boat, isn't there?
Yes. but you're being adhered to by policies being created by people that aren't subject to that. I think there was one thing that was going on about Rachel Reeves and the budget, which was last week, wasn't it? And I think it was saying about, for example, landlords, she rakes in £75,000 a year in rent. Now, fair play to her, she's got £75,000 coming in. The best of luck to her. There's no jealousy on that front. But the problem is, when you've got 75 grand in your pocket, you're not going to see the world the same as people who have got 75p in the pocket.
That's right.
And
who aren't even earning 75 grand a year or anywhere close.
No. And I think that separation between the everyday people that will say and the people that don't need to be bothered about this element is just it's growing at an ever increasing rate. And I'm not so sure. I mean, I think
Rachel Reeves still gets her hair.
Yeah,
I bet she does.
And that's,
where's ours?
I think when this is part of the problem. As soon as you start looking into things for whatever reason, and people start to look into things for different reasons, and you look into that and you go, "Oh, that's not right." And it was the same as the COVID party, wasn't it? Drinks party or whatever it was. Everybody else was doing X, Y, and Z. Meanwhile, the government of the time were having a party. And then the excuse was, "Oh, I didn't know." Well, you read it. You read it on the television. You know, now television, television.
It's not spelt tell lie.
I don't think that. I think people are lost, and I think it's there are more and more and more that are finding out, asking their own questions, I suppose would be the answer. But even so, is that enough to make a stand? And it's the same way as when you look at schools, locking toilets as one example. If all of the pupils got together and said, "Oh right, here's a petition from us all. We say no to locking toilets," I think educational institutions would back down. That's what I think would happen.
Shouldn't lock the toilets anyway.
But
that's another topic.
The vast majority of the students, "Oh right, do you want to come and do this?" Well, you know, no, I don't really use toilet anyway. Yeah. I'm not bothered anyway. And this is the hard thing about it. And I think what it has generated is a culture as well. Now, there was a thing about everybody sick of being skint. I 100% agree, without any shadow of a doubt.
Because everyone you talk to, even mums at school, everybody's saying the same. Don't know where I'm going to get money for Christmas. Yeah. Worried about Christmas. Kids want this. Kids' Christmas list. Don't know where the money's coming from. Everything's going up. Gas, electric, food, everything. Everybody's in the same position.
Yeah. But I think then it does generate that culture in some to mistreat others at the expense, and it almost as there's a constriction, you do end up with some unscrupulous individuals. Almost, if you imagine, you know, the sinking of the Titanic, people would have been shoving somebody else's head down just to climb up on a raft, and you know, it's this mental picture that you get that's being generated of the world. Whereas as a constriction, people are going to go, "Oh yeah, I know what I'll do. Oh, I can buy that and I can shaft them over and charge double." And then you end up with this almost an infight between the people that are at this level that should be working together. We'll just get that comment back up if it comes back on. Our local school back down.
But started turning up in
hopefully boys, not bots, but actually that is relevant to the AI girlfriend and boyfriend advert that I saw this morning. Started turning bigger, yeah.
Because they were not allowed to wear shorts in the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, ours have allowed tailored shorts in the summer now.
But we did also, speaking about the hot weather, we had one where the then rules over, oh no, you've got to wear blazers. It's like baking hot.
Teachers ain't got blazers on.
The teachers didn't have blazers on. And I just think...
Get a grip.
But it was boys, not bots, yeah. We thought that was a reference to the earlier conversation with AI, but I'm not sure you joined, Dan. I think that was just before you joined. This is it. Let's have a look. That's it. That's going in the fridge.
Going in the fridge. Then we're done.
Yeah, I've lost my train of thought now. What was I talking about, Lisa?
Boys, school being hot.
School's being hot, yeah. When you look at educational institutions and the uniform, and you look at the word uniform, well, unicycle, so uni, single, form, everybody's the same. And I don't see why you would even need to entertain uniform now, to be quite honest, especially when... If the argument was, oh, well, in the workplace, so you look at the Innocent Smoothie Company, I saw a programme, I don't know, 10 years ago about them, where nobody was allowed to come in a suit and they were there in
Didn't they have like Bermuda shorts on?
Bermuda shorts, yeah, and they had like a swing and all sorts, yeah,
slide to get down.
I would love a slide to get from upstairs to downstairs.
One day.
But anyway.
Come on, YouTube. We want to slide downstairs.
I think, and the office worker turning up in a suit is, in my opinion, a thing of the past. Because even now, they're struggling to get anybody back in the office now. Yeah. You look at any office area.
The skirts were uniform. Don't say which gender had to wear them.
No,
fair play to them.
And that is a good example of people sticking together to show the system for the
flaws that it's
got.
The
irony about it, isn't it?
Because if girls can wear skirts, why can't boys wear shorts?
Yeah.
It should be fair.
Well, yeah, but you can't have one rule for one and not one rule for the other. But I think the school system is set in the past, and I think that's indicative of everything.
It needs a total shake-up, doesn't it?
Why do you have to go in uniform? I don't see any purpose for it whatsoever, other than it's enforcing in the... And when you look at some of the rules, it's a case of, oh, the school's told you to do this. The school's told you to do this. The school's told you to do this. And I think it's a case of ingraining it.
Turning up in skirts, but hats off.
Yeah, good on them.
Definitely.
Good on them.
You only need enough to tip the balance, and then it's like, whoa.
It is the sort of thing I would have done if I'd have been in that situation. Oh no, you've got to wear trousers. Well, that's I'm going in a skirt. But it's only on a Saturday night now.
Don't, because I'm on a Saturday Night Live with you in your skirt.
Next week it's on Saturday, not Sunday.
Careful what you're promising.
Oh dear me.
School uniform prices, they are.
Yeah.
And now they make it so you can only buy them from the one supplier.
Has my face gone red?
Because you're getting a flush on ready for next Saturday.
I'm getting all hot now. I'm having to take my jumper off.
Yeah, at one time when Kieran was at school, you could like buy the trousers from like Asda or Sainsbury's or something. As long as they were black, you could buy them from anywhere.
Yeah.
But now you're supposed to buy them from one set of supplier. And I think it was only after COVID they lifted that, so you could buy now. The uniforms changed, so now they've got grey trousers. That you could buy them from the supermarket.
Yeah.
But yeah, the prices are horrendous.
You don't need it.
And then it's everything else that goes with it. The certain PE tops. The short sleeve PE tops, the long sleeve PE tops, the long socks, the PE shorts. It's too much sometimes.
Whereas the reality is it should be get yourself down to Asda and get one of their plain white tops, job done.
Some black shorts, blue shorts, whatever,
away you go.
80 quid for a blazer.
Yeah, it's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. I mean, I remember many years ago, I think my first set of uniform was, I think it was like £200 back then. And I think now, with mass economy of making stuff, it's unnecessary.
Yes.
And I think it's a burden. I think, again, it's something else in terms of extra stress for parents that's not needed. It is. And then
when it comes to the new term, there's always a shortage, isn't there?
Yeah, they're always messing you about. Yeah, they know. Yeah.
Well, I think it's like £8 for a tie.
Well, there was wasn't there some talk as well? Some kids had ended up with detentions because they didn't have the proper trousers because they hadn't arrived in time.
Not arrived.
And then the parents had to go up and say that's not on. We're not happy. I nearly said we'll come and see you at 6 o'clock then, but it doesn't sound quite right, does it? No. And it wasn't us, just so you're aware. But yeah, I think there's so many things that's going on.
That's wrong.
It's wrong, and then you have to say, well, hold on a minute. These uniform supply companies, what lobbying have they got?
And what profit do the school get out of that?
Oh, there's a kickback.
When you buy your £80 blazer,
there's a
how
kickback.
much of that goes to school as well? How much are they profiting from you?
And it should be declared. It should, a bit like who's in the firing line now. I think it's Lloyd's and the First Rand National Bank. I'm laughing about the First Rand National Bank because
Shane likes communicating with the First Rand National Bank.
I like communicating with the First Rand National Bank. The story about that was there's always a story.
There's always a story.
There's always a story.
There's always a story. You need to tip that forward a bit more, don't you?
What, like
lift
this?
It up. Yeah.
Like that?
No, up
like
higher.
that?
Up higher, that's it. Then you can squat down like you were going to do.
Yeah, right.
Like that lot.
I had a crazy moment. I think it was like
300 quid for the last school prom ticket. £300 for the ticket.
Wow, that is nuts.
What did we pay? £45.
Yeah.
£45.
You see, 45
this
quid.
Year.
We ended up going to a prom, and then Lisa's like, "Oh, where's Shane?" And you turn around, and I'm pushing a car.
Yeah.
This car, I was watching the.
This is a separate story.
A separate story.
Separate
this isn't
story.
to do with the First Rand National Bank. I was watching all the cars come through.
Because Alex had got picked up in his car that he was going in, and we all went, didn't we? We took the others to go and see all of them arriving, all the nice dresses, the fancy cars, and everything else. So there we are, we've rocked up, we've beat Alex, so all's good. So we're walking around, and then it's like, where's your dad gone?
Where have I gone?
Where's your dad? So there's me, what was it, me, Max and Jay?
Yeah.
It's like, where's your dad?
Where
there's you and Ben.
Where all the cars come through. I was stood there watching, waiting for Alex to come through with his boss. Anyway, he came, there was all these cars coming through. Anyway, this one car came through and it's like, yeah, actually, lads, that is fair play, very ingenious. It looked like a demolition derby car. It was totally wrecked. Totally trashed. But they'd got it running and they were driving it through. There was no windows.
Bring it on a lorry. It was on a lorry, wasn't it? It was on the back of a lorry.
It wasn't very
until they got inside the venue in the drive.
And then they were inside the venue. They were leaning out the window, and it's like, actually, yeah, fair play.
It was very imaginative and creative.
That is very unique. So as they went past, it was like, yeah, well, well done, lads. Just as it got past me, it conked out. Anyway, so they started it up. It got going again. It moved another car further forward because the queue was obviously where it got round to the front of the venue. Everybody was getting out and having photos. Anyway, it conked out again, and he went to start it and he heard it go, and it's like flat battery. That's going nowhere. But it was like a great big Corvette car, so a big heavy car. So I looked around at him again. Obviously, I'd made the mistake by going, "Oh yeah, nice car." So he's then looking at me, and he's like, so it's like, "Oh, here we go, here we go." So I went over, and the idea initially was to try and bump start him. So anyway, I got it going, I'm pushing. This thing is as heavy as anything. Nobody, you couldn't see anybody else for dust. As soon as they realise, normally if you see a car at the traffic lights, normally there's 3 or 4 people that come from nowhere. Yeah. In this instance, who came from nowhere?
No one.
Yeah. There was me. So here I am pushing this thing. It's like, bloody hell, this has got some weight in it. This. Anyway, we got it going. He lifted the clutch up and it went whoop, and that was it. It come to an immediate halt. It was heavy. And it's like, right, we'll give it another go. Pushed it again. It come to a halt. And it's like, crikey, I don't think we're going to be able to bump start this with just me pushing. So inside the car, they're like, oh, what we're going to do? I said, well, worst case scenario, I'm going to have to push you around into the front and that'll make a right entrance. Meanwhile now, there's the people behind that's now bipping the horns because they can't get past.
Yeah, because it was only a narrow drive going into this venue. Drive.
Lisa then turns around. It's like, oh, where's Shane? Oh, there he is, look. He's pushing a car.
Pushing some random kid's car.
They've now radioed on. Oh, no, we didn't see that.
No.
Crazy Caveman, we didn't see any message from you there. See if we can get that on and see if you've sent a message.
I can't see one.
No, I can't see one either. That. Weird. We're only getting some of the messages. Yeah. So if you've sent a message and we don't reply,
sorry,
we haven't seen it. But hi, Crazy Caveman. Hope you've had a good week. The kids have now radioed the dad or whoever it was with their recovery truck that's out the front of the venue. And he's now making his way round in another vehicle, complete with some battery pack, a load of tools. So we pushed this car up on the verge with 2 wheels so the rest of them could get past. Anyway, along came this guy, bonnet was up, everything was out, new battery, change this and change that. And they got it going and I'm pleased for the lads. Yeah. They got it going.
They put a lot of thought into it, haven't they?
It came round in its own steam. But that was, what was it, 300 quid for a ticket? That's crazy. Was it £200?
300. But
300
we
quid.
paid 45 just for the meal. Yeah, just for the meal.
And I don't know, I think when you look now and you look under the guise that they're an academy, it's a business.
And I think
nothing more, nothing less.
I think when Kieran did his, I think his was only 35.
Yeah.
And his was like, what was it been? 6 years earlier?
Yes.
6 years, yeah. And I think his was 35. So that's not gone up too much.
But 300 quid is a big hit. It's a big
Alex
hit,
did say the food was rubbish, didn't
he? Yeah, well.
It was like street food. And he said it won't I think he chucked his in bush.
Birds will have had it in the morning,
squirrels
won't they?
Hey, look at that,
look. Oh.
Another party last night that no one liked the food.
Oh, discarded prawn cocktail. Nice.
But yeah, £300 is just ridiculous.
It's a lot of money.
When you think of all the other, everything else as well, the outfit, the transport, I suppose girls, it's hair and makeup and nails and it's all their paraphernalia that goes with it, the handbag, the shoes and...
I seen it quite. What was your total spend then? If the ticket was 300 quid, what was your total spend?
Because we did a blinder on ours, didn't we?
Go on then. Don't mention any names though. Go on. What blinder did we do on ours?
Oh, the suit.
Yeah.
Your suit and Alex's boss took him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he supplied him with a car because it was one of his customers' cars, wasn't it, that really liked
But it was
Alex.
Pre-arranged.
It was all pre-arranged.
It wasn't, we've got a customer's car here, let's go.
No, the customer, because Alex, he did his work experience at this car garage, and then he'd gone back in the summer, didn't he, and he got on really well with all the customers, and this one customer's like, oh yeah, Alex said he wanted to go in one of these cars. Can I say what car it is?
Yeah.
In a Porsche. He wanted to go in a Porsche. He was working at a Porsche garage. And one of his customers was like, yeah, I've got all these Porsches, you can have a choice of anyone you want. So Alex showed his boss a picture of his suit, and between them, they decided on this particular Porsche, didn't they?
Yeah.
Anyway, so that was a favour. His boss did it for free.
Yeah.
And the suit, we bought the suit years ago, didn't we?
It was it was in a
It was in a next sale.
And it's like,
Probably
oh, there you go.
5 years ago.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, hey, that looks good. There's 20 or 30, I think it was 20 or 30 quid off. It was half price or better than half price.
Was it Oppo? Was it the
yeah,
brand?
Oppo was the brand.
Suits.
But
I'm going to wear that.
it was
Max
it was
is going to wear it.
whatever size it was.
It was like one size that was left.
That was left in stock, and
Is that what Dad said? I'm going to wear that.
I did say I'm going to wear that, yeah, but the size was too small.
Yeah, it was just one size. It was take it or leave it, and you're like, when you just get the emails next sale, and it's like, right, have a look in the next sale. Tell me if you want anything. We'll order it. Same for the kids. We order it. And he's like, oh, order me a suit. It's like, what on earth are you going to do? Where are you going to wear that suit? No, I'll wear it. One day I'll fit in it and I'll wear it.
I've just got to lose some weight so I can get in it.
So anyway, on a Friday.
In 5 years, I didn't lose enough weight to get in it.
No. But then in 5 years,
but it
Alex
fitted
has
Alex
grown
perfectly,
into it.
Didn't it?
So on a Friday, in year 11, they could go in suits as a smart day instead of the school uniform, couldn't they?
Yes.
And he kept saying, I want to wear that suit, I want to wear that suit. And it's like, you can't. School will not appreciate that suit. I'm going to have to get it on the website, aren't I? I'm going to have to find it in a minute. It's like, school will not appreciate that suit. You can't go in that suit. And he's like, but no one can stop me wearing it for my prom.
No.
And it's like, no, they can't. So this suit was like so out there, but he wore the jacket, didn't he? He went to an 80s party, didn't he? Like in year 8, and this suit jacket buried him, right? And it's like, I'm going to wear it for my prom. I'm going to wear it. It's got Pac-Man on it.
Yeah.
So that was the suit.
Feature. Try and get a close-up.
I think if you click on Oppo Suits,
yes.
That's a bit better.
That's it, yeah.
So it's got
better.
Pac-Man all over it.
Wanga, 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 wanga.
So then he went in this old style Porsche, didn't he? Because his boss was like, oh, the old Porsche, the retro suit and everything. Yeah. But Alex was adamant. And I'm saying to him, you're going to have to try it on because what we're going to do if it don't fit you? So he put it on that one night, didn't he? Yeah. And it just fitted so
perfectly, yeah.
I just had to take the trousers up.
Yeah.
Like that much at the bottom, didn't I? Because they're just like too long. He said they're too long for his shoes. So the car was free. The suit we'd bought years ago with the intention of Shane wearing it.
No, I never did.
Only to find out that it fits Alex perfect for his prom. And he was adamant. Nothing was going to change his mind, was it? No. We bought him shades to go with it, didn't we?
Yeah.
He was adamant. There was no way anyone was going to talk him out of wearing that. And he never told anyone, did he? No. It was like the element of surprise when he rocks up in this Pac-Man suit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, our total spend for the prom was 45 quid. Because he wore Kieran's prom shoes, didn't he? Yeah. He even wore Kieran's prom shoes because they fitted him. And he's like, well, I'm just going to go in them. Shane, Lisa, Max, who is in participants? YouTube is having a hissy fit.
Who is in participants?
I don't know.
I can't see any of these messages.
We can't see nothing.
I don't know why it's being.
Because every now and again it says we haven't even got anybody watching.
No, we have had where it said nobody's watching, haven't we? I'll try and have a look.
I don't understand what he means.
He's saying that there's some messages elsewhere. Who is in participants? YouTube is having a hissy fit. Yeah, I don't know I have no idea what's happening. I can't even see anything that says participants. Click on settings, top messages. I've got all messages. Yeah, I can't. And in fact, actually, the only message that I can see is yourself, I see, Nikoi, and...
That's it.
You saw mine.
Yeah,
we've seen the mods, and we saw Michael right at the beginning. Who is in participants? YouTube is having it. Yeah, I have no idea. I'm not quite sure. But then we have had, I think there was some comments earlier on. I don't know whether it was last week where people were saying they've left a comment and it's gone. In fact, actually, I think it was Crazy Caveman had left 3 comments and none of them he could see. And there was one the other day that I saw it come on my phone. It's like, oh right, I'll respond to that on the computer, and then it had gone. Yeah, I've no idea. I've no idea. It's probably because of all the things we're commenting on as soon as we've said the mal. That's it.
Mal.
Yeah. Cut them,
get them off.
throttle them down.
Shut them down.
But yeah, that worked out really, really well, didn't it?
So we did really well.
Yeah.
Yeah. All I can see in participants is Shane and Lisa.
Yeah, I think that's all we can get. It says there's 5. You see, I don't know how you get participants on. I'm not here. We're not either.
We're not.
And the way this week's gone, I feel like I'm not here. Yeah, I don't know. It says there's 5. I can see 5 on it. But I can't see anything else other than that. That's all I'm getting. It's you and you alone. It's gone up to 6 now.
I see Nico's the only person sending it.
5 watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's a 6.
Yeah. Crazy. I've no idea what's going on. What should I do? The story about the First Bank National Bank?
Yeah, go on.
For some strange reason, we decided to engage with the financial system, and I procured a motor vehicle on the old Never Never. And
you need to tell them what car you got.
I went to look at it, and I must have been having a midlife crisis.
Was it like the beginning of the year? Was it like New Year?
It was. I think we signed on New Year's Day.
Yeah.
I think it was actually New Year's Day. You know,
go to the pub, go to the car garage.
Yeah, never buy a car after it's been raining, and never buy one on New Year's Day. We'd been to a garage. I had a look at 2 cars. One of them was an Audi.
You got
no, but actually, I quite like them.
They're quite nice.
I do quite like them. Yeah,
they're quite nice.
I do quite like them. One of the real boxy ones.
The new ones?
No, the old one. Yeah.
Oh, no, I like the new one.
Lada Riva or something like that. Yeah, that's what we want. Yeah, proper.
Betrayed in the Peugeot.
Proper heritage. Yeah. I went down the car garage and there was 2 cars I looked at. One was an Audi. I think it was an A3, if my memory serves me right. And I sat in it, and it had, I think it was leather seats, but they were slidey leather seats. So as you were driving, your butt cheeks were sliding around like this. Now, if anybody's just joined now, report. Anyway, you go, yeah. Now, I tell you what, if you'd have kept a load of them, you would be minted now. Anyway, this Audi, I think it was an A3. it was fairly nippy. There was 2 things about it that stuck in my memory. One was my arse was sliding about on the seat as you go around the corner. Now, you don't want that. If you're going around the corner and you're being a bit rapid, you don't want your arse.
The seat.
The last thing you want is your arse sliding. Anyway. And the other thing that was, I just couldn't quite get on with a strange shaped steering wheel. It was curved at the top and there was a flat bit on the bottom. And it's like, yeah, I don't know, I suppose you get used to it. And I test drove that. And then the other car that I went to look at, and bear with me here, it was a Subaru. The full fat STI Impreza.
Let's pretend we're 20 years younger than what we are.
Yeah, that's the one, yeah. And I got in that, and it's like, we went for a test drive, and it's like, yeah, we'll have this. So anyway, back to the showroom. I traded in a Volkswagen Passat V6 petrol, and that was quite nice. One. We bought it from Liverpool. And there's a story behind this as well.
Is that when you went on the train?
Yeah, we got it cheap. This Volkswagen Passat V6. It was quite nice. I quite enjoyed that as a car. It was nice. It had a bit of pull on it. We went to Liverpool. I went on my own, so I won it off of eBay, and it was in Liverpool. So it was about a 2-hour train journey, 2 changes. Got to Liverpool, the family of the owner picked me up, and they said, oh, have a look round it, make sure you're happy with it and everything like that. And I said, why was you ask the usual questions, don't you? Has it the cam belt been done? Has it been serviced? Has it got MOT history and all this lot? And then the most important question is, oh, why are they selling it? As if you're going to gauge the fact that that's going to, give you some confidence as to why you're going to buy. But I was already in Liverpool because I'd already won it on the auction, you see. But it was cheap. I think it was like 400 and something odd quid.
That's when cars were cheap.
Yeah. So I asked the question. I said, "Oh, it was the people that collected me. It was their son." And I said, "Oh, why is he selling it?" "Oh, he can't drive anymore." "Oh, okay. Well, why not?" "Oh, he's broke both of his legs." Up comes the picture, and it looked pretty severe because this chap had got metal cages all the way round the main bones in his leg, on both legs. And it's like, oh, crikey, actually, yeah, fair play, sympathies. That matches, because you're not going to be able to drive a car like that. So then I turned around and said, so that looks severe, that, I hope he gets well soon. How on earth did that happen then? Oh, somebody came round to give him what for, so he's jumped out of a second story window. And it's like, I'll tell you what, you must have had some fear in you to be going out of a second story window to then end up like that.
Broken legs.
Anyway, we bought this Volkswagen Passat. We're veering off the story here, weren't we? We're a long way away from the story now. I drove this car back from Liverpool, we had it. Anyway,
but it was alright, wasn't it?
We Partaxed it for this Subaru, and they only gave me, I think, £100. £100 for this car. And I'd now got the Subaru. We Partaxed the Volkswagen Passat, and I think I was driving it for about 2 months, and I was checking the oil, checking the water, and it's like, it's using oil. So I went back to him and I said, it's using oil. Oh, yeah, it's fine. It's a performance car, and you've got to expect it to use oil. And it come to a point where we purchased one of the big 4.5 litre oil containers, and because it needed fully synthetic, super fast motor racing oil, I think it was like, the oil was like 50 quid
that's a lot,
or something, as it was then. And then I monitored it then. I was taking pictures of the level on the dipstick, and I monitored it, and in 1 month it had used the whole container. And it's like, that can't be right, surely. I see, Nicole, the message you sent about participants, I can only share. Oh, right, so Max has obviously found out that as well, yeah.
I did run off.
So it had used a lot of oil. And then we went to see, was it one of the Jubilee fly past practices we went to see. And when we were coming back, oh, Max, I can't see me. Yeah, we're not here. We're not here. We ended up almost breaking down because we were driving back on the dual carriageway, and the light came on, the overheating light. We took a picnic. The temperature light came on. We stopped, and it's like, crikey.
We had to get back to school, didn't we? Take 2 of them while 2 was at school.
Yeah.
3 was at school. Yeah, I remember.
And we let it cool down, and we managed to make it home. When it got home, I let it cool down. Then I took the radiator, the filler off, and had a look inside, and it was full of oil. It was full of an oil-water mix, and it's like, that is not good. That is not good at all. So it went back to the garage, and they had it for a month.
They had ages, didn't they?
And I chased them up for progress, and I said, what's happening with this car? We're waiting for a special engine stand from the Subaru garage down the road. They're lending us it so we can do the work that's required on the engine. Well, I knew that the Subaru dealer that was just down the road had closed down.
Closed, yeah.
It had totally closed down, I think 2 months before. So at that point, it's like I'm being mugged off here, and potentially we're going to be stuck with a car that could need thousands of pounds spending in the future. So I contacted the finance company and I said, look, this car is suffering serious problems. I'm rejecting the goods. Give me my cash back. Understandably, they obviously didn't want to give me my cash back, so they resisted. And we had a bit of a bat and ball. And I found out that the finance company was actually part of the First Rand National Bank in South Africa. So it's like, right, okay, who can we add into the correspondence? Yeah, we'll have this director in, we'll find his email address. So I was copying them in on all of the correspondence where I'd highlighted that the garage had told a Fibonacci about waiting for this engine stand, which from the garage, which had already shown, which they were never going to get. No. What I think they were after was, back then, you could reject the goods up to 6 months. And I think they were after tickling it along, because after 6 months, you have to prove the fault existed back then, whereas before 6 months, it was assumed to have existed at the point of sale. Anyway, we ended up with these emails going backwards and forwards. And then the car finance company contacted me one day and they said, oh yeah, we've got some good news for you. We're going to refund you in full. And I said, oh, okay then. I said, well, that's all right. I said, but this has cost me a lot of time and energy. I said, I want 500 quid extra. And they said, oh, look, I'll be honest with you, I can authorise £200. So I said, I'll tell you what, go on then, £200. They said, we'll send you over the documents to agree to this deal, but can you not email the First Rand National Bank? So the First Rand National Bank didn't want to hear from me anymore, but it worked. We had success. The car went back. So in the end, my ridiculous pre-midlife crisis of buying a Subaru ended on a good point, because it ended up that I got paid £200 to test drive a Subaru for 3 months.
Win-win.
A win-win. Luckily, a win-win.
And
yeah,
it got it out of your system then, didn't it?
It got it out of the system, but yeah, such is life. Such as that. But yeah, we managed to get that one back. But they'd also paid for the road tax, the insurance, so we ended up with 200 quid for test driving a Subaru. But would I buy another one? I don't think so, because it's kind of put me off. But I wouldn't mind a Mitsubishi. Oh, what we got?
Bought a Robin.
Oh, now we've missed some of that. What was the before the Robin Reliant? Oh, Max, I can't see me. 6 watching now. They bought then
bought a Robin.
Oh, then bought a Robin Reliant. Yeah, they're all right, but they're not very good round corners, are they?
You've also be sliding them one time.
When it's up on its side, the sound of fiberglass sliding along the tarmac. Yeah, that's that one. I think that's the end of that story, isn't it? So yeah, car finance now, definitely not interested in that anymore. It's a bad experience. And I think...
That was the last car finance?
That was the last car finance. And I think the problem is, you know, if you'd have looked at that car and you'd have said, let's just say that fault didn't happen then, and you'd have been 2 years down the line, you'd have ended up in a situation where you owed... I had a Mitsubishi Evo. Yeah, nah, there you go, look. It's tempted. This is tempting me. This a Mitsubishi Evo.
That's the next car on the bucket list.
I tell you what, I like the look of the Mark 8s, the Model 8 ones. Mitsubishi Evo 8. I like those about. I like the front air intake scoop on the bonnet. I like them the most. Yeah.
And the trouble
But they're pricey.
And the trouble I've got is the kids egg him on.
Yeah.
Oh, go on, Dad, buy one of them. Yeah, buy one of them, Dad.
I know. One day, when we get the YouTube dollars coming in.
And you'll see, he's in his
car projects,
he's in his Mitsubishi Evo.
Mitsubishi, yeah. That's what I want, but yeah, I think.
And I want the sensible 9-seater van that fits everybody in, not the Mitsubishi Evo that fits Shane and the kids in. Went like Sting, an Evo 8. It wasn't in Australian import.
Yeah, that's what I think the Evo 8 is the best looking one.
Is that the ones you used to see on police programmes?
Well, some of them were 8, but they had some of them which was 10s, wasn't they? Mm. Yeah, some of them were a bit newer. In fact, we saw one at a show that we went round and looked, and that was a 10. And that was quite nice. But the price of those, the 8s that you've just mentioned, there's some crazy prices on them now. Mm. There is, because a lot of that style of car they've stopped making. Mm. You can't buy them. And in fact, I think, what are you looking at now? Probably like I don't know whether the Civic Type R. Right. But I think the Mitsubishis and the Subarus, I think they've almost stopped that line. Mm. But yeah, Evo 8, yes please, that would go down a treat. But the trouble is as well, I also like things like tracked vehicles, and it's like, yeah.
Oh yeah, you want one of them as well, don't you?
Could get a tank or one of them big army lorries. You know, the ones with the grabber crane on.
What are you going to grab?
I don't know. It's just one of them crazy things to have.
850 T5 was my dream car.
I do quite like them as well. Yeah, an 850 T5.
But not an XC90.
Now, do you remember? No, the XC90 was a bad experience. The 850 T5s, do you remember the marketing strategy, the joke advert? They're boxy, but they're good. Oh, gotta laugh. Look at Lisa now. Look. So Lisa would buy all the sensible stuff, wouldn't you, Lisa? What would you buy?
A Volkswagen Transporter is what I'd buy.
Lisa
I quite like though the ID Buzz, but the kids think they look hideous. Yeah. I quite like them, and they've only got 5 seats, so there ain't enough seats.
See, we went to look round one car, didn't we? They did win a lot of toys. That was the time for them. Yeah, that was a big turnaround, and I think that as a marketing strategy for them was brilliant. I think they got loads of sales from that.
But I like the I like the Peugeot 7-seat cars. I like them.
You see, do you remember we went to look round one car, and I think it only had 4 seats, didn't it? And you said, "Oh yeah."
Yeah.
We was at the car showroom.
Garage. Yeah.
And the guy was showing us this car, and it was quite a nice car, but it only had 4 seats. It was pretty nippy. I can't even remember what car it was now, because we looked round 3 or 4, didn't we? We looked round 3 or 4 in one day.
So there we are with 5 kids.
Yeah.
In this car showroom, the kids. Oh, and that one we went to look at that electric. Where did we go? We looked at them electric Nissan.
Nissan, yeah.
And all the kids were in the car.
In the boot.
We just need to see if all 5 fit in. Yeah. And then there's all these kids. The look on the car salesman's face was like horror, wasn't it?
Anyway, we looked at this sporty car. This guy's then trying to sell it.
Oh, it's a hard sell, wasn't it?
Trying to sell it, and he's like, "Oh, it's got this, it's got so much horsepower and whatever." Lisa said to him, "Oh, it's only got 4 seats. It hasn't got enough." And I said, "Oh dear me." The look on this salesman's face, he didn't know where to put himself, did he? Get a Volkswagen Transporter. Yeah, you want a Volkswagen Transporter.
Which ones did we see as well? The new Ford Tourneos.
Yeah,
new Ford.
Nice. But the prices on them, the prices are going. They're going the wrong way. They are going the wrong way.
See, I'm practical. See, I make sure the seats for everyone. Shane just thinks about putting his foot down, and
you'll know when YouTube takes off for us, because it'll be, "Hey, come and have a look round my tracked vehicle. Come and have a look round my army lorry."
Well, wait till you get your van fixed. The kids will say, "I'll be driving along with Alex," and I'll say, "Oh, Dad went round on 2 wheels in van round this corner." Oh, Dad was skidding when we went round here in the transit van. Yeah. I'm like, "Yeah, I bet he was."
Yeah.
I get all the truths from Alex.
It's like when people hear that, and they're looking up and it's like, what the hell's that coming? Oh, it's a great big transit van. Oh, dear me. Yeah, I think that probably ends up that conversation. The Deb NEV.
No.
I've been watching McMaster talking about his EV, and it's like...
I like him, but I won't buy one.
Absolutely not. When you look, you sold the dream, or get an EV, get an EV, get an EV.
It's the way it's all going.
And the problem you've got is not having the foresight to see what's going to be happening in 5 years. And I know he was saying with his... I mean, I don't know whether some of it's for YouTube benefit or not, but the perception he's giving is that it's going to cost him more and they won't take it back unless he's getting another EV. So he can't say, oh, well, do you know what, I want to go back to petrol. And that was a Porsche. Yeah, it's a Porsche that he's got. I want to go back to petrol. You're going to struggle to get rid of them. You are going to struggle to get rid of them, yeah. And this is the problem.
And then you've got to hope that charging points are available and working.
And not being vandalised or have the copper cable nicked or something like that. But I know a lot of people are buying them to allegedly claim back tax, or for tax incentive reasons, is, you know, what some people have said, oh, we've got that because of this. But if you've lost the capital anyway,
you're not gaining anything claiming tax
I don't
back. See
what the gain is. You know, you'd be better off setting up some kind of other tax structure, or just saying, yeah, do you know what, we're off to Dubai, or, you know, whatever people choose to do, and do it a different way. Do it a different way. But I think you do run a risk that you could be stuck with it, and then what do you do? And then the battery pack's 40 grand. 40 grand for a battery pack. And there was another thing that was saying, because they're so thin, the coating on the underneath, where you end up, if a rock or something comes and bounces underneath, it can pierce the cooling on them, and that alone can damage them, just from that. I mean, before I've been driving along in a non-EV, and you end up, you know, what the hell's that just hit the car? Oh, it's one of those metal clips that they use to hold the scaffolding bars together. That's bounced off a scaffolding truck. You know, there is all sorts of debris out there on the road, isn't there? You know, I don't think I think it'd be a hard sell to persuade me to buy an EV. I really, really do. Angela, schools expect way too much, not really fair on parents. Yes, very unnecessary. Angela, I don't know when you've joined, but we've only just seen that message. I don't know whether it's delayed coming through, but it's good to see you. It is totally, totally unnecessary. And we had a thing recently, didn't we, just diverting, talking about cookies. Oh, you can only order your cookies that they do on Cookie Friday, but you've got to buy a term in advance.
A whole term.
And you've got to do it on this day.
Yeah, I had to pay it by the last Thursday. If I didn't order by Thursday, you can't have a cookie at all. And then it's like, well, do you know what? We're making our own cookies. We'll take whatever cookies he wants. I
don't know where the good spirit has become, because I remember at primary school, the school had their own kitchen, and it's just like, oh yeah, there you go, we've baked some, have a cake, you know, have that. And it's like, where has to have to be charging for a cookie?
Because before the 6 weeks holiday, you just used to pay 50p.
Yeah.
He used to take his 50p. If you wanted a cookie, he bought one. If you wanted two, he bought two.
Yeah.
And now you're limited to one cookie per kid, pay in advance for the whole term.
But I saw one thing where a school was, I mean, this is cashless society gone nuts, isn't it? I saw one thing where it's saying, oh, if you pay on the online portal, it's £3. If you bought cash in, it's £3.50. Well, how do you justify an extra 50 pence for cash?
Well, you know. Our school's cashless, but I just pay in cash.
It isn't one per child. How many is it?
How many cookies do you get per child then, Max?
Answer will be in the comments shortly.
The message said it was one. It's not even here. It's upstairs. I'm
talking to no one.
It's gone upstairs.
Well, we're not here, and the moderators aren't here as well.
I thought he was here.
But yeah, I think everything has got 2 commercial and 2. We've lost touch with the personal aspect.
I don't think there is a limit. You can just buy for the child. No, I'm sure the last message said it was 1 per child. It was £3.50 for the whole term.
Yeah, I think we've got 2 commercial, and I think we've lost.
They don't like me because I'm
aspects.
still paying cash for school trips.
Power of the cash.
Power of the cash.
Can't beat the power of the cash, can
I'm
you,
keeping
Lisa?
that cash going.
Can't beat the power. If it was down to me, I'd be going in with a crown, which is worth 25p.
They want to be thankful it's me going in there.
This is it, yeah. And as soon as there's a school trip, £100. Yeah, no problem. We've got that covered
coin.
with a £100 coin. You
kittens.
have to laugh. You have
do.
to laugh. But yeah, that's that. Video roundup of this week.
What is the card cutter list? Cricket machine.
Oh, right, yeah.
the
Because
card
you've been
cutter.
doing some crafting on that,
Yeah, cricket machine. Love it. Could
Now,
do
you
absolutely loads
say
with
it proper, because I'd say cry cut.
Cry cut. No, there's a big debate, cry cut or cricket, and I've watched all the Americans that are sponsored, and it's a cricket.
Yeah.
But I used to call it a cry cut because it does look like cry cut.
It's basically like a CNC machine that cuts. Well, it can cut loads of stuff, can't it? It'll cut thin balsa, fabric,
wood, material,
card, paper,
vinyl,
yeah,
leather.
It's essentially a CNC machine, isn't it? You know, but I think they're a bit quirky with that software, aren't they? They went through quite a bad
Is
patch,
that like
didn't
a roof
Yeah,
for paper?
they? It is. Yeah. Basically, yeah. That's exactly like it. But you draw it up on the computer machine.
Yeah, you do it in Design Space,
And
which
then
is
you'll
free.
send it, yeah.
It's the free software, and you can use the software before you buy the machine.
But they do upsell you, don't they?
For cricket
You buy
access,
stuff,
but you
they?
don't have to have it because
No.
they're just selling you designs that you can use with it. But I always bought my designs externally from like Design Bundles and Creative Fabrica because there's more choice.
What's some of the best things you've made on that? Because you really enjoy using
love
that,
it.
don't you? What's some of the best things you've made?
It's really good for making like bunting.
Cards you've done as well, haven't you? Your own cards.
I'm sure this
Do
bunting.
print and cut. There's a short interlude where you've just got me doing a stupid dance while Lisa finds out whatever she's going to show you. Get a demo from Lisa or some of the things that she's been making on this cry cut or cricket machine, as she calls it. Are you ready?
Yeah, I found some.
What else does it cut? Paper, card, fabric. You
Leather.
can get balsa, leather. Yeah. Go on then. Show this lot.
So I was doing happy birthday ones. I don't know. They're all like tangled up. So it'll cut like individual
Yeah, give us this end.
banner things. I've made Christmas cards, lollipop holders, but then you can do like fancy ones.
Yeah, you stack them up, can't you?
Yeah, so I've done like,
Give us the other end of that lot.
yeah, then you can make like really fancy ones. You can make cards. It cut material, so if like
What
when
does
you're
it
doing
say,
the craft,
nappy?
happy. Get your glasses clean. It's bloody happy.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, so you can cut all sorts with it. It's great. What else have I made? You can do like cut card and make like lollipop holders.
Cardboard hamster houses. We
yeah,
made
we
some
made
of them.
them.
Now I designed the house up in Fusion 360, and then we exported the file and sent that off, didn't we, to your machine
Yeah.
thing. But you could do like applique with fabric, couldn't you? You could cut
Oh, well, I
fabric
made
out to do
that.
applique. There we go. We've got another demo
Got
coming
another
now. Come on, Lisa, sell it.
Well, I didn't do this one with fabric.
See what we've got coming next.
I sewed the banner, and then that's vinyl, heat transfer vinyl.
That was cut out on.
Yeah,
the,
that was cut out on the cricket machine. But
Did
you
it
can
cut
that.
this or did you cut that?
No, I cut that.
Right.
But it would cut that because there's
Yeah,
material
yeah.
things, and it does scoring. So if you're doing like Like when I've just made the Christmas crackers, it'll score it all. You can buy different knife blades with different settings and cut at different depths, and then you alter all that in the design space. But yeah, you can do your own designs and then you can like upload them.
Yeah.
Ben's on something. Max said it's Fusion free.
It is free. Yeah, it is free. You can get a home version license, or there's an educational. So the kids at the secondary school get that for free, but you can get a home user which is free as well. But generally, it's paid for. It's quite expensive now. I think it's like £500 or £600 if you pay for it. If you have it for free, which I've got the free version, you're only allowed 10 projects. So you have to archive the projects to keep your 10 slots available if you want to use the free version. If you've got the paid version, you can have unlimited, or the educational version, I think, is unlimited as well. That's Fusion 360, but the Cry-Cut is.
But you can make stickers, you can make vinyl signs for cars, you can engrave with it as well.
Yeah,
you can engrave.
You can write on it as well.
Yeah, you can write on cards. Mrs. wants one now, thanks. Hobbycraft. Hobbycraft do some good bundles, yeah.
Was there a deal on as well? There might be some deals on at the end of this month, Black Friday, yeah.
Mine's the Cricut Maker 3. I've never used...
Cricut Maker?
No, what's the other one called?
Sizzix?
No. There's another Cricut machine.
Lisa's having a look now.
I'm going to tell you now.
Would you recommend that then, Lisa?
100%.
And have you on your craft channel, have you filtered out all of those, any video with a Cry-Cut playlist?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can watch on Lisa's channel. That'll be segmented on a playlist.
There's another machine, but I've never used that one. But
is it Cry-Cut Air or something?
No, it's not even that one.
Trying to make up names here.
Why isn't it showing me it?
But yeah, you've enjoyed that. How long have you had that one?
Cricut Explore. I've never used a Cricut Explore, and that's got a different dial, and it hasn't got. I meant thanks, as in everyone's Lisa. Yeah, the Cricut Explore. It has a dial, I think.
Oh, as in thanks a bunch, as in now look what you've done.
That's fine.
You see, this is it. We're encouraging the audience to be going out and buying the Cry-Cut.
Encouraging you to buy cars.
Yeah, this is it. Lisa's going to say the same
back now.
Oh yeah, well, I've seen your car. Thanks.
Yeah.
Mitsubishi. Oh dear.
Tell your wife she needs to buy one. But yeah, I've never used the Explore. I've only used the Cricut. And they do smaller ones as well. Cricut Joy. And be thankful, the Cricut machine is a lot cheaper than the Evolution 8. It's currently, that's Cricut. It's currently £349. Say it quietly, so it, quick. No, I'm not saying it. But then I've got the heat press to do the heat transfer vinyl. I have the heat press and everything. But yeah, it cuts loads and loads of things. I think for something you enjoy doing for £300, I've used it loads. Ish. You have used it again and again and again. And there's still things I don't know how to do. And we've bought a piece of wood, but we've never cut it, have we? No. We bought the wood. And you can buy Cricut products, like their Cricut paper, Cricut vinyl, but you can also buy alternatives that are often a lot cheaper and are often better. Yeah, we had that. What was that? Rainbow vinyl or something. Oh, holographic. It was rubbish, wasn't it? Yeah. It was total rubbish. And I tried. How many oscilloscopes do you own? Quite a few. Well, not all of those are oscilloscopes. I think you're referring to the backdrop of one of my videos. On the left-hand side, if the camera didn't mirror, that's actually a logic analyzer. Which is for basically reading all of the signals. If you have a computer or microprocessor board, you can hook the wires onto all of the signals, the data bus, the address bus, the control lines, and you can see what's happening inside that microprocessor system. So that's what that's handy for. That was on the left hand side. On the right hand side, that is an oscilloscope, yeah, Tektronix. I've also got another modern one,
which you haven't seen. That's a digital LCD screen, small and lightweight, but I like the old real oscilloscopes in the big heavy metal boxes with a CRT tube. And then I've also got an old HP one. I think that dates back to 1979, that one, but it's got a fault on that, so I've got to fix that. It has got a fault on it, but at the moment I need some HV probes to go on my meter to be able to measure the high voltage going to the tube, because I'm not using my finger to measure that.
Why not?
Because it wouldn't really do wouldn't do you very good. So now I've got to measure that, and I think that's it for oscilloscopes. Yeah, I think that's it for oscilloscopes. And that there was one oscilloscope in the background. The other one's a logic analyzer. And the logic analyzer, I've got a project lined up for that. I'm going to be, after I've done this project I'm working on now, which is reverse engineering a navigation panel from a RAF Seatcat Jaguar. The next project is going to be a microprocessor board from an RAF Tornado countermeasures pod. That's what's next up, and that's what that logic analyzer will be used for. So there'll be like loads of wires and all sorts of stuff going on there.
Max has asked you a question.
What was the question? Back to Fusion. I'm just curious. Why?
No.
Why do you pay for?
No, do you?
Do you pay for a subscription? It's a subscription. Nearly everything now is subscription based, and you don't get anything now that's forever, as it were. Most of the things now are. No, you used to buy it once. But then they can hike the price up. They've got you because your files aren't really your files anymore. They're in the cloud. And then there's an update.
How's the cake coming on?
What cake?
Oh, my Rocky Road.
Oh, right, yeah. Let's get... Got that all you got me all excited talking about Mitsubishi Evos. I forgot all about the cake. Are we set?
Yeah, it's about set. What am I doing? I'm making it bulldog clips, I'll keep it in. It's not looking too bad. Almost.
Yes, it's slightly tacky to the touch, isn't it?
Well, I was in trouble because I didn't make it earlier, but
so we need to cut a slither off, and let's have a quick taste of it.
I'll put them in the wash.
Looks delicious, said Ben.
Well, it's for you. I'm in trouble for Ben.
It's for you.
Ben's been requesting this forever. And then I get told off every Thursday.
Yum yum.
I get told off every Thursday to make Max a cookie.
Right, hold on, let's get it.
It's still sticky around the edge, look. Look. It's all sticky here. But there, look. Doesn't look too bad, does it?
Nah, that looks good, that. That looks good.
There you go. That'll keep the kids happy. Well, two of them.
Loud paper. Was the paper loud, Max?
It is. It's all crinkly.
We were on with our USB mic.
I'll stick that back in the fridge.
Yeah, it needs a bit more time yet to chill down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I took it out
That's that back in the fridge.
Right, do now better now. I took it out of the tin.
Yeah.
That'll be gone by tomorrow.
Speaking of which, are we wrapping up?
Yeah.
Have a go at making some Rocky Road if you like. Let us know how you get on.
Yeah.
9:45, we're going to think about wrapping up, ready for school tomorrow. Back to that again. A busy week. Videos next week.
Well, I've recorded you one. You just haven't done it.
I think there'll be one on Monday. So there's one video on Monday, and
freezing now.
I'm not sure. We'll try and drop another one later on in the week.
And hopefully there'll be one at the end of the week with an
update. And there
should
should be an update at the end of the week about matters progressing. And I think that's what we'll limit at saying there.
Bye, Ben.
Thank you ever so much for everybody joining. You've all been absolutely awesome. As always, it's good for the interaction, isn't there? And
yeah, definitely.
You've all got to hear a few more stories That's
there's
been going on.
loads more stories, yeah.
There is loads more stories. Thanks very much, everybody. I hope you have a fantastic evening and a great week ahead next week. Bye everyone. Have a good evening. Thanks very much. You guys are great. Have a well-deserved great week.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Updates to follow next week. Thanks a lot. See ya.
Bye.
Where are we? That one. And end. Goodbye.